A dead cow rots in the Texas dirt while a calf foams at the mouth nearby, signaling the end of a century-old empire. Beth Dutton stands in the dark, watching her husband's legacy crumble under the glow of a flashlight. She didn't come to Texas to lose. She came to conquer, but nature just dealt her a lethal hand. Beth and Rip have abandoned the mountains of Montana for the brutal plains of Rio Paloma. They are outsiders in a land that eats the weak. Beth makes her mission clear from the jump. She will protect this ranch until it's unrecognizable to anyone else. She isn't playing by the rules of the local cattlemen. She's playing a high-stakes game of survival. The hustle starts in a local butcher shop. Beth meets Claudio, a man who knows meat better than anyone in the state. She doesn't just want beef. She wants the crown jewels. She secures the finest tape bone cuts, but she isn't heading to a backyard barbecue. She's heading to the most exclusive restaurant in Dallas, Stillwell's. Beth strides into the chaotic kitchen of Stillwell's like she owns the building. She finds the head chef, Paula, in the middle of a shift. Paula is dealing with a $750 shortfall in the staff's tips. Beth doesn't offer sympathy. She offers cold, hard cash. She drops $1,500 on the stainless steel counter, double the loss. The catch? Paula has to cook Beth's steak to a perfect medium rare and serve it during the staff meal. Beth isn't just buying a meal, she's buying an audience with the elite. While Beth plays the corporate shark, a different kind of power struggle unfolds at the Watts Chapel Methodist Church. The community is burying Ellis Logan, the legendary former sheriff. Beulah, the iron-fisted matriarch of the 10-Petal Ranch, stands among the mourners. But the peace is short-lived. The new sheriff, Wade, corners Beulah in the cemetery. He's got bad news. Wes Ayers has gone missing, and his mother-in-law is screaming to anyone who will listen that Beulah's ranch had a hand in it. Wade warns Beulah to get a handle on her bunkhouse. Beulah doesn't flinch. She steps close, her voice dropping to a dangerous chill. She reminds Wade that her campaign contributions weren't a gift. They were an investment. She strokes his cheek, telling him to learn how to be grateful, and learn it fast. She leaves him standing among the tombstones, realizing he's just a pawn in her game. But the real threat isn't the law, it's invisible. Out on the range, Rip finds a black bull staggering in the heat. Its hooves are bleeding, and its mouth is full of ulcers. Rip doesn't hesitate. He pulls his rifle and puts a bullet in the animal's head. When the vet arrives, the news is catastrophic. It's foot and mouth disease, FMD. It hasn't been seen in these parts for decades. One sick cow can burn down an entire industry. The vet suspects illegal cattle movement or a compromised new bull. Rip realizes the clock is ticking. He orders his men to grab their camping gear. They are going into total isolation, cutting the herd off from the rest of the world. They have to keep it quiet, or the state will come in and slaughter everything they own. Meanwhile, petty drama threatens to boil over into violence. Oriana, a fiery blonde with a grudge, discovers her boyfriend Hoyt has been cheating. She doesn't cry. She tracks him down using an AirTag. She finds his blue pickup parked at another woman's house. She forces Hoyt to climb into the truck bed and urinate on the windshield while she takes a heavy-duty flashlight to the taillights. She smashes the glass into 1,000 pieces, screaming insults into the Texas night. The cheating boyfriend rushes out in his underwear, waving a pistol, but Oriana and Hoyt peel away in a cloud of dust. Their victory is short-lived. Sheriff Wade pulls them over on a dirt road. He's tired of the Jackson family's antics. He tells Hoyt to take Oriana home, even if he has to do it kicking and screaming. He delivers a final ultimatum. If he sees them again, they're going to jail in handcuffs. Oriana spits a curse at him, but Hoyt knows the sheriff isn't joking. They drive off, but the tension in the bunkhouse is only getting worse. Beulah moves to secure her internal flank. She enters a modern hospital wing, looking every bit the ranch queen in her black hat and shades. She's there to see a young cowboy who got brutalized by another man named Chet. She tells the kid that Chet will apologize and he will accept it. The kid is stubborn. He'd rather kill Chet than take Beulah's money. Beulah smiles. She likes the spine on him, but she reminds him that she can make his life a lot harder if he doesn't play ball. She leans in, her eyes cold as ice, and tells him to be a good cowboy and go home once he's healed. She's not asking. She's commanding loyalty through fear. Back at the ranch, a BMW SUV screams through the gates, kicking up a massive wall of dust. Anna Dupree jumps out, a pistol in her hand, and levels it at Zachariah. She's hysterical, screaming that he killed her baby Teresa. The ranch hands scramble, drawing their own weapons. It's a Mexican standoff in the dirt. Rip steps into the line of fire. He doesn't draw his gun. He talks to Anna with a calm, steady voice. He asks her daughter's name. He tells her he understands her pain. Anna breaks down. The weight of the gun becomes too much. Rip gently takes the weapon from her shaking hands and pulls her into a hug while she sobs. He hands her off to Carter to be cared for, then turns his attention to Zachariah. Rip's voice is like a serrated blade. He tells Zachariah that his prayers better be real, or Rip will shoot him himself. He orders the men to drag Zachariah away. The immediate crisis is over, but the scars are deep. That night, around a flickering campfire, the truth finally comes out. Zachariah sits in the shadows, his face lined with guilt. He confesses to the other cowboys that he and Teresa were secretly in love, hiding it from everyone. They had a fight. He was drunk, blinded by anger, and he threw his truck into reverse without looking. It wasn't an intentional murder, but a tragic, drunken accident. He tells them he thought he was a demon until he found God. The older cowboys listen in silence. They know Rio Paloma has a long memory, and some sins are never truly forgiven, no matter how much you pray. Beth Dutton, however, is finding success in the city. She sits across from Giles, the powerful buyer she's been targeting. Giles is skeptical. He's heard every farm-to-table pitch in the book, but then he tastes the steak. Beth leans in, telling him she's holding the crown jewel, impeccable genetics, certified Black Angus, refined for decades. She reveals she bought the Edwards Ranch, a move that stuns Giles. He realizes Beth isn't just another rancher. She's a force of nature. He closes his menu, ready to talk business. Beth has officially cracked the Dallas market. She moves to a high-end bar to celebrate, but she isn't alone. Joaquin Reyes, a fixer for the rival 10, Petal Ranch, slides onto the stool next to her. He's got 3 cell phones on the bar, one for business, one for family, and one for everything else. He tries to play the friendly competition card, but Beth isn't buying it. She tells him there's no such thing as friendly competition in her world. Joaquin tells her he was raised by the Jacksons and that he's a problem solver. Beth retorts that he reminds her of her father's lawyer, which isn't a compliment. She leaves him with a sharp look, making it clear that while she might be new to Texas, she already knows who the snakes are. As Beth drives back to the ranch, the atmosphere shifts from triumph to dread. Beulah is out in the dark, searching for Whitney Ayers. She finds Whitney's trailer empty. The drawers are pulled out. The clothes are gone. Whitney has fled. Beulah picks up the phone, her voice tight with worry. "Whitney's gone," she says. "This is a problem." The final blow lands in the dead of night. Rip is out on the range, the sound of crickets masked by the low, pained moaning of cattle. He calls Beth on the car phone, his voice heavy. He tells her she needs to come home immediately. He promises he's never lied to her and won't start now, but the urgency in his tone says everything. Beth arrives at the ranch, the headlights of her truck cutting through the blackness. She finds Rip standing over a fallen mother cow. The animal is dead. Beside it, a small calf is struggling to breathe, white foam bubbling from its mouth. The isolation didn't work. The foot, and Beth looks at the dying calf, the horror of the situation finally sinking in.